We're going to be looking at the messages for us for the week of June 8th through the 14th. But this is a timeless reading, so whenever it comes across your timeline, if it is meant for you, it will resonate. All right, so thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Australia Phoenix, and here at the Rooted Phoenix, we use spiritual tools to help transform, heal, and bring us to our abundant path. I really do appreciate all the love. I've already meditated over our spirit messages oracle cards, so I am just going to pass them through the smoke, and I do have a counter right here for the flame as well. I'm going to ring the bell, and I do have my plant here. I'm going to show you one of the leaves. So we are having something around us that is representing of all the elements. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into what is the spirit message that our higher self, our guardian angels, all right, wants us to know going into this new week of June 8th through the 14th. So the card says, you wouldn't plant a seed and then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience, stop overthinking, and keep watering your seeds. So this is the spirit message for today. So when I'm looking at this card, I feel like the main word that stood out to me is patience. Let me go ahead and say before I get even further into this reading that whoever this is, and if you're feeling what I just read, I'm here with you. I am here with you. Patience is a virtue, as they say. Patience is a virtue. And overthinking, that's also something that I also, suffer with. I'm going to say suffer. I'm going to say suffer. That's a good word for it. I'm going to say suffer with. So, but again, you can't expect whatever you plant your seeds to grow overnight. It's just not going to happen. It's not. We want things to happen instantly, but it doesn't work that way. It really doesn't. Things needs time to cultivate. They need time to get their legs. It's just like when we were born. We didn't come out of our mother's womb already grown. We didn't come out of our mother's room already with experiences and already knew a lot about life. We had to learn all those things. And then one thing about life, it is a lifelong learning journey, because what you learn as a child, you learn to walk, you learn to talk, you learn to communicate with other people, you learn who you are, looking at your hands, and you are amazed by everything that is you when you are a child. When you're younger, you learn, education and all that kind of stuff. And then once you get to the next phase, then you go into the adolescent phase, and then you're starting to change. You get into the adult phase, the young adult phase, right in your college years. You also are thinking about what is the mark you're going to make on the world. So you always going through different stages of evolution. I'm pushing 50, so I am looking closer to retirement than, it's right there in my forefront now, less than 20 years. Okay. And so when we think about it on those type of things, then we have to know that we have to have patience for the things that we also put out here into the world. Questioning yourself, that's a doubt type of feeling, because maybe you don't trust your intuition. Maybe you've had some setbacks in the past with some decisions that you may have made, business wise, family wise, career wise, that you are, hesitant to make decisions. But this card is saying, so why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? This let me know that you're probably a person that's had some trust issues in the past, whether it's trusting in people or trusting in yourself. Either way, you've had some trust issues in the past. And so this card is letting you know that not only do you got to stop overthinking the seeds that you plant, that you got to stop questioning yourself, you got to stop doubting yourself, and you got to stop doubting the work that you put out. Maybe you feel like what you're doing is not good enough. Maybe you're looking at other people on social media and they might be doing some of the same thing that you are doing, and they are causing you to think that your product or whatever it is, your service, whatever it is not good enough. So you're overthinking it. And you feel like you're supposed to have this overnight success. But you just got to slow it down. You're not only do you need to slow it down in your overthinking, but you got to slow it down so that it doesn't overtake you and take your mind, where you're going to lose that balance between what's real and what's not. Okay, I hope that makes sense. That's what came to me. I hope that you can find that balance. And when I say what's real and what's not, some scenarios that you're playing in your head that may have not actually taken place, these are things that you are attracting to you. Some of the things or some of the setbacks that you have experienced, I feel like there are things that you have attracted to you, not necessarily because of any outside attacks. So let's go ahead and let's look at the tarot as well for our clarifiers for this spirit message oracle card that we got. I think these are going to need a really good shuffling. We asking spirit for clear and accurate messages. Clear and accurate messages. If this resonates with you, make sure you guys drop me a comment down in the chat. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you. We are asking to receive some clarifying messages for the person that is looking at this reading whenever it comes across their timeline. For regular viewers, this is for the week of June 8th through the 14th. Spirit, we're asking you to give us a message that goes along also with our spirit message. I got this microphone on, so I don't know if you see it right here. So I'm trying to be mindful when I'm shuffling to not shuffle too hard because I don't want it to be making all the noise, the feedback. And I'm really hoping that it doesn't touch my necklaces as well. So, all right, Spirit, let's get one more card. We already got the star card that flipped out in reverse. So we already got one clarifier already. You're already feeling hopeless. We already know that. The card already, the spirit message oracle card already told us that you are questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions. So the star card coming out in reverse is not a surprise, because I do feel like that you are hopeless right now, because the star card is a card of hope. It's a card of inspiration, positivity, and all those type of things, renewal and healing. But right now you're in what I would call a sunken place. I have a word for it. Let me think that when I'm in it, a funk. You might be in a funk right now. That's what I call it when I'm off. I call it I'm in a funk. It has nothing to do with anybody else but me. It's all in my mind, and one thing about it, I know when I'm in it, I know it. I'm conscious of it. I don't know if you are. Are you conscious of when you're in a funky place, where your energy is off? Because again, with the star card in reverse, you having a lack of faith right now. You're being, I'm not going to say really negative, but I just feel like You want things just to happen. You're tired of waiting. Again, what it says, have patience, stop overthinking, and keep watering your seeds. So the card is telling you to keep going. So I don't want you to stay in this hopeless spot for too long, because the card is not saying that it's not going to come to fruition. It's just saying that you need to have patience. Let me give you an example. Okay, say you're putting out a product. Say you make body butters. Just say you make body butters and you have a body butter business. You just started it. So you got all the ingredients you need to make the body butter. And so you make a whole rack of body butters. And you have not had customer the first, right? So, but you haven't put yourself out there either. You haven't been posting on social media. You haven't been talking about your product. You haven't been doing the things that help people discover you. So it's like you don't understand why it's not doing better, because you know your product is good, your packaging looks really professional, it looks very, very luxurious, and you're not understanding why it's not blowing up overnight. You feel like you did a couple of posts on your Facebook page or something like that, or on your social media, whatever you use for social media the most, but you feel like that's all you need to do. You feel like that's all you need to do. And you also very, very occupied with what other people are doing. I think I said this earlier in the reading too. I feel like you're very occupied in what other people got going on, that you don't focus in on what you need to do. You need to be watering your own seeds. You need to be focusing on what are the steps that you could do to make your business more successful, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. It may not be business, it might be something else in career or family, I don't know, but I feel like it's more somebody that has a business right now, or starting a business right now. That's what it feels like. So the other card came out. We got the Justice card in reverse, and I'm also let you know we got the Six of Cups in reverse. So all your cards came out in reverse. So that's the energy. That's the energy already. You feel like with the Justice card being in reverse, I think you feel like you feel like something is unfair to you. You feel like justice haven't been served. You feel like there's a lot of corruption or something around the situation. I might have to pull a clarifier on that Justice card in reverse. So we got the Six of Cups also in reverse. So it's like you're stuck moving, you're not moving forward. You're stuck right now. You're stuck in the past. In the Six of Cups, this lady is holding is giving a cup to a young child in this tarot card. And so when it's up in the right position, it is her sharing, her caring, her giving comfort, all of the things, all of the things. But when it's in reverse, it puts like you are frozen in a time. It's like you're not moving forward. Like like everything is just stuck. You're in like I said, what I felt earlier, you're in a real sunken place right now. You are in a bad funk. And I feel like you're going to really have to work your way out of it, because you worked your way into it. And I promise you, I go through my funk periods like I was telling you. Under the bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Pentacles. So I don't feel like you will stay there, because the Ace of Pentacles, it's a card of new opportunities, new resources, new abundance, new prosperity. So I do feel like you are headed to this new abundant land. Look at all the lush green and the flowers, and you got the mountains back here. You got all this lushness going on. But I do feel like you have let a lot of these outside forces, and you got some things going on upstairs in the brain as well, that is in your mind, that is causing you to put a lot of negative energy around whatever it is that you're trying to create. Like I said, I feel like it's business. I do. I feel like it's business. But you let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. I do want to pull a clarifier for that justice card because I don't know why that one there is the one that stood out to me. Like I was saying, like you feel like something is unfair or some corruption, some type of injustice against you. Somebody might not be working around you with integrity, or maybe you're thinking some destructive thoughts right now. I don't know. Let's get this clarifier. Spirit, I'm asking for one card for a clarifier. This stood out to me. So you got the Ace of Swords in reverse. And you also have the 10 of Wands under the bottom. So with the Ace of Swords coming out in reverse as a clarifier for the Justice card, I feel like there's a lot of confusion right now going on in your head. And what I just said, destructive energy. That's what I'm feeling with this Ace of Swords. A lot of hostility. You are upset about something. And I don't know if it is all you. I feel like it's all you. I feel like you might have taken something the wrong way out of context, and ever since then you've been on this retribution train. I don't know, that's what I'm feeling. With the 10 of Wands, you are very burdened by this. It's a lot of stress. You've been struggling. I just feel like, you really, really, really got to get out of your head about it. Where the spirit message card said about overthinking, I feel like you just got to stay in your lane, because all these new opportunities really do want to come to you. I feel like right now you are blocking your blessings. I really do. I feel like you're blocking your blessings. I feel like you just need to really focus in on what it is that you are wanting to do in the world. What mark do you want to put in the world? What do you want to do? And whatever it is that you want to do, you just need to do it. You just need to move into it. I feel like you also need to start writing your goals down. Start writing your goals down, put them on paper, look at them, pray about it, meditate about it. Anything that is hindering you from moving forward, you need to go to whatever you subscribe to. I don't know, whoever looking at this video, you could be a Christian, you could be of any faith, whatever it is. But I feel like whatever it is that you subscribe to, that's who you need to pray and ask for strength. Ask for strength around this particular situation, because I really do feel with the Ace of Swords that it's a lot of mental going on, not necessarily outside forces. But again, with this Justice card in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse, I do feel like you feel like you've been done wrong. I just don't feel like there's evidence of it. That's what I'm feeling. So let's look at what can you do during this time as a self-care ritual. So let's look at that. What can you do to help move away from this hopelessness, this feeling stuck in the past, stressed out, and what can you do for your self-care that can help you move to this Ace of Pentacles? That's what we need to know. What can you do to help you move closer to this Ace of Pentacles? And I am shuffling with the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck to get that answer. So Spirit, we asking you to give us one card that is going to help the person that is looking at this video, that this video resonates with. We would need a clear and accurate message to let us know, what do this person need to do to move closer to this Ace of Pentacles state that they are needing to move to. What is it? Okay. It says watch a movie. Now I'm gonna read this from the book because I'm really interested in what watch a movie has to say. And under the bottom of the deck, we got make an altar. Okay, I did tell you that you need to pray to whoever it is that your higher being, whatever you subscribe to in your faith. I do believe that to make an altar, you need to be praying, meditating. You see her meditating. and watching a movie. Maybe your answers could be in a movie, but I am going to read the meaning of these two cards from the book, and then we're going to close out this reading. All right, so I pulled it up on my iPad. So number 16, make an altar. These go in numbers. So it didn't come first in the drawing. It just come first in the order of reading it out of the book. So make an altar is number 16. 1 and 6 also reduces down to the number 7. So if you've been seeing the number 7, this could be also an indicator that this is for you. All right, so it says, make an altar. I dedicate space for my sacred ritual practices. An altar is a place to gather sacred objects, set intentions, reflect, pray, and feel connected to your spirit and the universe. Whether simple or elaborate, permanent or temporary, small or big, inside a home or outside in nature, it is a space for honoring the people, places, things, and activities that enrich the soul. Tune into what feels right for you. Do you need to refresh your altar space or create a new one? You can create anything from a money altar to a fertility altar, but whatever direction you go in, begin with intention. Look inside yourself for clarity on what you want to focus on. Photos, crystals, candles, animal totems, and objects to represent the 5 elements: earth, air, water, fire, and ether are all perfect items to use. Intuitively, select items that feel right and meaningfully to you. Create your altar to reflect your own creative power and the sacredness you bring to everyday life. Sit in front of it and focus on manifesting your intention. Remember that the altar itself does not hold the power of manifestation, but the energy within you as you interact with it does. So it does have a journal prompt. It says, journal prompt, what do you feel that your altar is missing that you would like to add? Or if you don't have an altar, what is stopping you from creating one? So I do feel that for you, what I was saying, that you need to start praying or meditating to your higher self, to source, so that you can get, some clear direction on what you need to do, to move away from, again, from this hopeless feeling, this overthinking, being impatient, feeling like you've been done wrong, those type of things. Maybe you feel like you've been done wrong because you've been working at this for a long time and you don't feel like you are seeing the fruits of your labor. Maybe that just came to me. All right, so number 54, watch a movie, and 5 and 4 is 9. So if you've been seeing nines, this also could be a indicator that this is a reading for you. So mantra, I am worthy of relaxing. You need to hear that again. Mantra, I am worthy of relaxing. Okay, I really do feel that for you. You really do need to relax. Okay, movies are a beautiful way to escape into fantasy, slip into another culture, or try on a different point of view. They can be the perfect indulgence when you need a time out, a perspective shift, a deep belly laugh, or a good cry. Plan a night to watch a movie by yourself and journal about how it makes you feel. Treat yourself to a solo date night at the movie theater. You are worth it. Organize a themed movie night with a loved one or group and step out of reality into a story together. Journal prompt. What is your favorite movie from childhood and how does it make you feel? So the movie card is coming up to help you relax, learn how to relax, learn how to get out of your head. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. You have to step back from when you're trying to do a lot of new endeavors, or if you've been working at something for a very long time. Everybody needs downtime. Everybody needs time for their brain to reset. And I don't know if you had that time, and maybe that's why you've been bogged down in your mind with the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I really do feel like you need to take time for yourself. Also, making an altar, making a really strong connection with your higher self, your source, again, whatever it is that you believe in, and make sure that you have that deep connection, because that's going to help you, I feel like, even before I read the make an altar card, I feel like when I was saying it, that I feel like the closer you get to a meditative state of mind, you would be automatically in peace. Also, you will automatically be in patience, because meditation teaches you patience. Prayer teaches you patience, right? Because you're not going to get the results immediately. So I feel like you're having a really test in patience right now. And so you need to learn to relax while you're going through this emotion, this part, this journey in your life right now that you are, we all have different things that we got to go through in different sectors of our life. So this right here is your turn for your test. I think your test is patience. I think your test is also not overthinking it, not getting too far gone into your mind when it comes to these type of things. I really do feel like you can move towards this. You just really need to focus in on the goal, the end result. You need to focus on the end result, because if you focus on the end result, it will give you the motivation to keep going. It's kind of like when people start a fitness journey because they having health issues. And so it's their motivator, because maybe they're on a lot of different medications or whatever it was that the doctor told them, it really wasn't favorable to them. So they having to make some lifestyle changes, not because it's something they want to, it's because they have to do it. But I feel like with that being the goal, the end goal in mind is to get healthier, I feel like that gives them the motivation to do it. So that's what I'm saying. You need to think about the end goal. What do you want in mind? I also see, where it says journal, you need to write these things down. And I don't know if I said that prior, but you need to write these things down. Write it down, what it is that you want to see in your life. You need to make a blueprint. A blueprint. You need to make a plan. I feel like right now you're running on all four cylinders, but you don't have a plan. You don't have a plan, with everything in reverse. And with this lady right here toiling up the hill, I feel like you this lady right now toiling up the hill. You so burdened down, you stressed out, you got a lot of struggles, you burned out, you got a lot going on right now. So I really do feel like you need to relax, get into your higher self, get into your spirituality. Maybe you was a person that was very, very spiritual at some point, and now you just gotten disconnected. I'm telling you right now, you got to stay connected to your higher self and to your spirit guides. You got to always do that, because that's what helped keep us level-headed. That will help keep us level-headed. I don't know what your sun sign is, but looking at the energy on the board, you could be I don't know, Aquarius popped into my mind. Aquarius with the star card. You could be a fiery Aries too. You could be with this 10 of wands, but with them toiling up here, you could be a fiery Aries. You could be. All right, y'all let me know if that resonates with you in the comments. But again, I do feel like you need to find ways to relax, find ways to connect to higher self. That's going to really help your mental. Excuse me. Also, I want you to practice something that I have learned to practice over the last, I don't know, it might be a month or two, something like that. But I've learned to practice the art of, well, I'm not to say the art, the law of detachment, where you put something out into the world and you do everything that you can to do to make it successful. And once you do that, you just let it go. That's what the spirit guide message was telling you from the very beginning. What you need to plant the seed, water the seed, take care of the seed, make sure it's getting the sun it needs, make sure it's getting the things that it needs, the nutrition that it needs in order for that seed to pop up out of the ground so that everybody else get to see it. You need to do all the things, but you need to also, you can't hover over it all the time. Some plants don't need water every day. Some plants, if you give them water every day, they'll die. I feel like you just want to do enough that it's going to keep you motivated to do it, because I do feel like right now you're lacking motivation in this. So you want to do something that's going to keep you motivated in it. But I also want you to have that balance where, and I feel like your meditation and your prayer journey, if you want to create an altar, that's totally up to you, or journaling, something like that, or getting into just ways that you can, unwind either by yourself, with family, friends, something like that. I just feel like you really need that at this time. So whenever you see this message, whether you are somebody that look at my videos regularly, or if you run across this video for the very first time, I just want you to know that you can be very successful. You will be very successful. You just got to work at some of the things that hinders you in your mind. And I know that you will get past that. I know that you'll get past it. I don't feel anything else for this reading in my I'm losing my voice, so that's usually like an indicator that I need to stop the reading. So let's go ahead and let's close out. I really do appreciate you being here today. I hope that with whoever this resonates with, that they are able to move forward quickly and get out of this sunken place, as I call it, the funk, and you are able to get out of that situation here very, very soon. I do appreciate you being here. My name is Australia Phoenix, and thank you so much. Ashe.